everybody, it's Christy with Christy Cool Artistry. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you to my subscribers, really appreciate you all. Before I get started tonight, I wanted to show you the dried results, because I don't think I've showed them to you yet, of our two 10 by 20 paintings. So here are the dry results, and I put them together the way we split them. We split this way and this way. But I haven't had a chance to get them high glossed yet. You can kind of see the shimmer and shine in each of them just from the colors that we used. But now that they're actually finally dry to the touch, the centers were really wet, I'll be able to get them high glossed shortly. And then I'll show them to you again. But since I had a couple of people ask, I just thought I'd show them to you. So tonight we're going to be working on a 12 by 24 level 3 canvas. I've got my canvas leveled. Leveled it here, 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 and then I always do a quick check of the center as well. My color palette for tonight is going to be purples. So I've got my Acrylic Dioxazine Purple, and then I have some leftover of that COLORSHOT that we mixed the Violet and the Deco Art Purple Pearl. So that's going to be kind of mixed there. And then I also have this Acrylics Thio Violet. It's like a nice dark magenta. And then I also have my Liquitex Basics Prussian Blue. And I'm going to be using tonight, I'm going to be using my Deco Art Extreme Sheen 24 karat gold. I'm also going to be pouring along the side of the colors some of this flow acrylic soft body paint. See if we can get some cells. But our background is going to be my Blickacrylic white, titanium white mixed with Floetrol and water. So let's get started. Some of the white on here, and I'm going to blow this out. Blew the white out so that we have coverage on all sides, and we've blown off any excess so that we don't get too bogged down with the white when we start blowing out our colors. Like so. Make sure these corners are covered well. And Again, all my edges have a good coating on them. All right. Any additional touch-ups we will handle after we do our blowout. So now I'm going to torch the bubbles, because I did see some pop up. I'm going to start out with the Dioxazine Purple. And I'm just going to do a traditional Dutch pour, so I'm just going to go like so. And now on top of the Dioxazine Purple, I'm going to put that purple that we mixed up for a couple of paintings ago that has the pearl in it. Myself a good amount of the colors. All right, now that was the Academy Acrylics Thio Violet. Let me show you these again because I think I forgot. All right, so those are the colors so far. Dioxazine, our mixed up purple, and our Thio Violet. Now we're going to put in our Prussian Blue. And Prussian Blue dries so dark, it's beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to put in some gold. I like the 24 karat when I use these darker colors. It can take over, but it also looks really pretty with these dark colors. Whereas like if I'm going to do like lighter colors, I kind of prefer the silver or even the like sterling silver, sometimes a nice, the rose gold is okay, but I kind of like the sterling with the lighter colors. All right, now I'm going to use some of that soft body paint I talked about, because I'm going to blow this over before I blow it out. So I'm just going to put a little bead to blow over before I torch the colors. This one seems a little more liquidy. Alright, let's torch the bubbles again. Alright, now let's blow it over. Wow, first thing I notice is putting the soft bodies paint on there definitely gave me the cells that I was looking for, and I love how dark some of the petals stayed. It's really popping with color. All right, let me look here. add this, my small attachment on here, because there's a couple of the petals I want to blow out a little bit more. So I'm going to blow like this one out a little bit more, and then try to fix this. Here we go. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Well, that happens every once in a while. So let's try this one. See if this one's a little tighter. It's kind of loose. That one's really loose. I have to use this one. All right. Okay, so I lost some of the color down here, and I want to fix that because this is really pretty, but this just sort of got really muted. And I see some stuff popping up, but I think right here is where I went awry. So I'm going to fix that. I'm just going to fix it by scraping off this little section here. And I'm going to take this off too. And I'm taking this off just for the fact that if I blow this, I'm going to have to blow the whole thing. So let's just take it off, clean it up, and we will blow it out again. Because I lost a lot of the color, and I really want to get some of that color back. It's so pretty with the magenta in there. So I just want to clean this up a little bit. Make sure I have good coverage when I'm done. Like so. There. Easy as pie. You don't like something on your painting, just fix it. Alright, so now we're going to put the white back on. Just a light covering of the white. I'll blow that out. Got that cleaned up. Now let's just make sure that we have our rundown on our sides, like so. Okay. Just like we did the last time. Just make sure we cover up the sides again so that when we blow it out, the stuff that runs down the side will cover again. Okay? And now I'm going to do the Dioxazine Purple first, just like I did before. But what I'm going to do, I think, is since I like this, I'm going to try to get the color so that I only have to blow like one more time down here. So I'm going to go up to the colors. hopefully I didn't go too far. Okay, so there's that. Here's the pearl. Stop the pearl there. Next was the magenta. Maybe I can get, a little clog? Yeah. Maybe I can get the magenta to stay a little bit here like this petal, because that's really pretty. There we go. No, definitely have a clog in there. So I'm just going to pour it on. Just there. There we go. There's our magenta. And then we had our Prussian Blue, one of my favorite colors. Same way. And our gold. And then we will do our white again, because I liked how it gave the cells. But I'm not going to do as much because, like I said, I'm trying to hang on to a bunch of that magenta this time, because we didn't get much here. We have some here, here, and here, and I want to keep it in here. All right, let's try this again after we torch. Torch, torch, torch. All right, let's blow this little section out, and I'm gonna use the smaller of the attachments. So what I want to do, let's see, that should go that way. Okay. I blew it the way I wanted it, but I do need to like make this a little nicer. But I do like the fact that a lot of magenta in there. That's what I was looking for. Because I lost it in some of the other petals. It turned more of the pink, and I really like the darker magenta. So we're going to separate this petal from that petal. And then I'm going to dip this one in a little bit further, just so we can get that kind of indented look to this. Oh, where's my little friend here? I have this little foam brush I use. I don't know where it went. Try this one. I just want to sweep this back a little bit. I normally have a foam brush I use, but I don't know what I did with it. I actually had it because I used it on a painting recently, but it is not in my cup. Okay, so brought that back a little bit. This is still streaming down the sides, so I want to stop that by scraping it. And right here, and a little bit of the table paint to encourage this little corner to keep itself covered as it works down. And then, so now I like that. I think this just needs to blow out just a hair this direction. And I want to add a touch more. I want to add a touch more of the blue. I kind of lost the blue. So I think I'll just add a little bit of blue to the gold. Maybe a touch of magenta. Not too much. Purple. Purple looks good. All right, let's try that. better because now it looks more like a petal, and this sort of blew over, petal, 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 petal. That's really pretty up there. That is really pretty. Okay, so let's take a look. We know that these two keep floating together. So I'm going to draw it back a little bit more from each other. And I'm not going to fill in that white quite yet. I'm going to let this like dry a little bit to separate it, and then I can fill in the white and it won't go back together. It just needs a little bit of time. I'm looking through here because there's a lot of color underneath this splotch of white. Remember to draw it out. A lot of stuff going on here, really nice. But again, I just want more in there. So this little spot just doesn't want to cooperate. Can you hear the sirens? We've got sirens going on outside. So those of you who watch my videos, I've talked about my little Bella, my baby girl. She's been sick for a while. She's had a tumor, and last Friday she became really bad. She was in pain, and she wasn't before. And I knew it was time. She knew it was time, and so we said goodbye to our baby Bella last Friday afternoon. It's been really hard on me for this whole week. Just, you know, every time you open a drawer, you find something of hers. You know, it just kind of opens the wound. For those of you that have fur babies, you know what I'm talking about. I had her for 15 years and 6 months to the day of her birth, from the day she died, which was, like I said, last Friday afternoon. I got a envelope from the place that administered her last rites, you might say. And my husband opened it, and I have not been able to open it and look at it because I think I know what's in there. So I just have put it away, and when things are calmer and it doesn't upset me so much, I will open it and see her little footprints. So for all you dog lovers or owners out there, if you haven't had to deal with a very sick animal, it is very hard to deal with. And you know, my kids are all grown up. I had 5 children. They're all grown up, and Bella was my baby. And when she was a puppy, she dressed up for Halloween, and she went to the neighbors, and they came here, and you know, she was like everybody talks about, little fur baby. She wore dresses, and she wore little shoes, and she never complained about anything. She was the best dog I have ever had. And now she's gone. So, for all of you that have dealt with that, I'm sorry. It's very difficult, and now I know how difficult. Okay. I cleaned up the sides a little bit. I have these weird like little dots in here, which I know they'll do their own thing in time, but I just don't like when they look so odd. Like this one right here. It's so weird. It's like popping up, but it's not like fully doing anything. So I like to dress those up. So like these, I'll just sort of drag them along. Sometimes they look like little hearts when you're done. Sometimes they just blend in, or they'll pop even more color. So I like to do that. And then, I know you guys can't see it, but every once in a while you get these little tiny bubbles. And sometimes they're color, sometimes they're white. And I like to get rid of them because if they are white, then in general they're probably canvas that isn't covered. So it's best to take care of them while the paint is wet, so that you won't see, like if you tried to drop some paint in to cover it up later, you're gonna notice it. And I'm one of those people who notice like every little thing. So I like to fix them now. And like this one right here is white. That one looks like it might actually draw up some color, so that would be okay. That one was blue. Here's a little tiny blue one. Here's a big blue one. Or big white one. I don't like that one. So I'll draw that in. Things like this are fine. It's just the little pinhole ones like this, where they pop up and you know they're not going to develop into a cell. They're just an irritating little bump. This is really pretty. There's a lot of cells happening here. So I'm going to grab the camera, bring you down and show you all the cells that were created. And like I said, it was just using some of this soft body paint that was previously causing a lot of problems when we were using it for our flood color. But I think a lot of us have figured out that it's really nice to use if you want cells. So I'm really glad I hung on to the bottles that I had instead of returning them to the store, because they come in handy every once in a while for just this type of painting. So, all right, let me grab the camera. I'm going to bring you down and show you this. I'll be right back. So you can see all of the cells that were happening from the, not only the metallics, the pearl, and then that white that I used to blow around it. So let's take a look. There's still a lot going on right here. But you can see how beautiful the gold shimmers through the cells, and how the magenta and the Prussian Blue and the Dioxazine Purple, they just look so good together. I love this little section here. All these cells. And then you've got the dark colors in there. It's really cool. And you go up to here, and this one's still really kind of developing. There's all these cells. And then there's some stuff still going on in the white back here, so I'm going to leave that alone. And then I just love how the colors blended together here with the gold. Let me see if I can get you tilted up so you can see the shimmer and the gold along the painting. I love 24 karat gold. It's so pretty. So yeah. So here, see if I can get you up here. And here is the full painting. So once this dries, of course, everything's going to dry darker. This will get my high gloss varnish finish on it, and I will show you when it's dry, and then I'll show you it again once it's varnished so you can see the difference. And until my next video, thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you all. And until the next one, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Bye.